saying something's wrong with your videos.
Hello, hello. See people popping on here. So good to see y'all tonight. Hi, Miss Courtney. Hi, Susan. Glad to see everyone popping on. How's everyone doing on this? What is tonight? Monday? How's everyone doing on this Monday night? Hi, Joyce. Hello, hello. Hi, Jess. Everyone's starting to pop on here. I'm so glad to see everyone. Starting this week off right, huh? Starting this week off with a live. I will also be live tomorrow morning if anyone cares to join. Probably a little after 10. Hi, Jess. Hi, Karen Sue. So good to see everyone. We should pull a card. We should pull some cards before we get started. I don't have any cards out. Let me grab some cards. Hello, hello. No, I don't want those. Where's my other one? We'll go with these. I have like 15 sets of cards around here, and my moderator's trying to give me some cards. I'm like, no, don't want those. Don't want those. Okay. We are going to do Sacred Traveler, and then we'll get started. We'll do a couple of cards, and then we'll get, while everyone's starting to join, and then we'll get started on some readings. So who are we going to start a card with? Let me see. We will do, how about Jess? Jess, let's do a card for you. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. Let me get some energy going in these cards. All right. Oh, Miss Jess. For you, I got, hello, Jamie. Hello, Dahlia. Hello, user 9498. Okay, this is for Jess. I got Distant Thunder. Distant Thunder is really about clearing the air. You see this person looking off into the distance. I don't know if you've ever been, I'm sure you have, when you've been outside for the, and there's a storm rolling in, how you can just smell the fresh air, and it's like all the wind rolling in just really clears everything away. That's what the Distant Thunder is about. It's about looking at your life, clearing away things that aren't relevant anymore, and it's about putting up boundaries. Hello, Kat. Hello, LSU Mom. Hello, hello. So, Jess, I'm going to encourage you to evaluate your life and really start clearing out the things that don't matter. And this can be anywhere from clutter to people, and also things that are taking up head space. You know, we sometimes get bogged down in our lives, and we will just give way too much energy and head space to things that don't matter. So, Jess, that card is really encouraging you to reevaluate your life. Hello, hello. I want to thank, gosh, y'all are on it tonight. Y'all are already liking and sharing my live. I so appreciate y'all. It really helps. Y'all are so good to me. Thank you, thank you. All right, I am going to pull a card for Miss Hannah, and then we are going, thank you, Miss Hannah, for sharing and liking my live so much. I appreciate you. And then we'll get started with some readings. How'd that sound? We'll get started with it with Spirit Led. All right. Here we go. Oh, my poor moderators.
You're done again.
He's having some technical difficulties over there. All right, Miss Hannah, this is View from Above. View from above means you're seeing the big picture. Sometimes in our life, we can get bogged down with the minor details, and we get so micro-focused on a little detail that is not relevant in our life, and we're being called to see the big picture. This frequently happens whenever we have something, you know, that we feel like that has affected, like, I know this is a terrible example, but bear with me. When we have, like, I had cancer last year, and so I know that's not a great example, but I do feel like I got micro-focused on my cancer and illness for a minute, and then I was called to take a step back and, like, energetically, what is this cancer saying to me? And so, yes, there are absolutely times when things happen in our lives and we get micro-focused on the details of them. And then once we process it a little bit, we're being called to step back. In the big picture, in the big scheme, what does this mean? So when I asked Spirit, what does this mean? It really allowed me to process my disease energetically. And now I'm on the other, I say I'm on the other side of it. Medical science doesn't say I'm on the other side of it, because once you have stage 4 cancer, you have it forever. But my healing ability has kicked off like crazy. And I even had people fly me out to California just to do some healing. So, View from Above, thank y'all, is really about looking at the big picture instead of getting focused on the nitty-gritty details. So, Miss Hannah, make sure you're taking a step back for some things that are happening in your life. You're pulling yourself back, sitting with what is Spirit telling you in this situation. All right. Thank you, Blake. I am doing much better. I am. All right. Let's get busy doing some spirit led. Are we going to do spirit led? All right. We have a house full tonight. Thank y'all. Someone said they liked my jewelry. Thank you. Just so you know, when y'all see my jewelry like this, I always get it on sale. I don't spend a lot on my jewelry, so just so y'all know, I'm always finding the good deals. This gentleman stepping up is letting me know, he died of liver issues from drinking. I don't like what my iPad is doing here. I don't know. So this gentleman is letting me know that he died from cirrhosis of the liver. He had a drinking problem, and he just stopped too late. The damage was already done. He is showing me that he did die young. I'm feeling like he was in his, I want to say late 50s to early 60s. And to me, that is young. And the closer I get to it, the younger it gets. I'm hearing a D name around him, actually a DA name like Dave or Daniel. He is showing me that he had not been feeling well. I'm feeling a pain in my stomach, and by the time he went, he was already starting to be jaundice, he is telling me. Thank you, Blake. She says going to be booking with me again. Thank you. She must have had a reading with me lately. Thank you, Blake. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, we have a male energy here. He is showing me he has a I'm feeling a grandfather energy to him. Okay, so let me recap. Let's see if we can get him claimed. Thank y'all for the hearts. I appreciate everyone tonight. I appreciate y'all liking and sharing my live. Thank you. This gentleman has a grandfather energy to him. He is showing me that he died from liver problems. Definitely happened from drinking. He is specifically saying cirrhosis of the liver. He passed fairly young, I'm hearing, in his late 50s to early 60s. I'm hearing a DA name around him like Dave or Daniel. He is showing me that he had been having stomach problems, but then he had kind of blown it off, and by the time he went to the hospital, it was pretty far gone. He was already starting to turn yellow. He is showing me that but a DU and DA. Okay. Miss Hannah said all this applies to her other than the name, other than the DA, but a DU and DE. I can definitely take that. Okay, Miss Hannah, I'm going to ask you to go live. Let's see if she can go. Hi, Hannah.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Here, let me turn you up. Okay, there you go. I turned you up. Where are you located?
I am in Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky. You know what? I was going to say this man had Southern energy to him, and he stopped me. So I don't know. I consider Kentucky to be kind of in the South, but I don't know if Kentucky people consider it in the South. Do y'all consider Kentucky in the South?
I do personally, but I can't speak for everyone.
Now, is this a grandfather to you?
He is. He was my father's dad.
Yep. Dad's dad. Yep. And he is showing, did you hear the story of when he went really late to be checked out? He was already starting to turn yellow by the time he went to the doctor.
Yeah. So he did die of cirrhosis of the liver. I
Mm-hmm.
know that. But I was not there. I wasn't very close to him. Um,
You know, what I'm hearing is that, and rightly so, he is showing me a lot of the family putting up boundaries around him because he had not been the nicest man. He was not, some people are happy during their drinking. He was kind of mean when he was drinking. I don't know if you heard the stories.
I have. And
Yes.
it's funny that he came through because you just did a card pull for me about like seeing the big picture. And I was like, I am going through something like that, but like with my drinking problems, so it's funny that he came through.
I just got chills when you said that. So, I was led to pull a card, and I was just going through and randomly, I was like, oh yeah, Hannah, I see that name. Let me just pull a
Yeah.
card. And then for him to come through and he had the drinking, there's a genetic component to that.
Hmm.
I work a lot with, I just wrote a book on, just finished, it's not published yet, but it's on releasing triggers. And some of our triggers can come from generational trauma.
Oh, yeah.
And you definitely have that component. And your grandfather is stepping up to really encourage you and let you know that you are strong. Like you just have this willpower that you haven't tapped into yet. He's also saying that you are very smart and you don't give yourself credit for that. If someone came up to you and asked you if you were smart on the street, you'd be like, yeah, no, not really. And he is wanting you to know that you are. You just haven't ever really applied yourself. You've
Yeah.
never been one to look at the long term goal and take the steps to accomplish it. And he is telling you to do that. Now, for him to step up and say that, it tells me there is a dream you have in your life that you want to accomplish that is going to require some kind of certification or some kind of schooling, and you haven't yet accomplished that. Do you know what he's referencing?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Please accomplish that. You have your whole life ahead of you, and he is really here to encourage you to get help and to really get things in place to accomplish this long term goal. Now, he comes to you by messing with whatever you listen to your music on. I used to say the radio, but very few people listen to the radio anymore.
Yeah.
Typically, it is messing with your earbuds, not connecting, just giving you problems, or your Bluetooth in your car.
Yeah.
Has that been happening to
That
you?
has been happening to me actually.
Yes, that is your grandfather getting your attention. So he's also showing me that I was actually in a meeting right before this. It was a very large group meeting, and I was kicked out for no apparent reason. And I thought, I guess I'm going to be finished my meeting. I'll go live. And your grandfather is taking responsibility for that. So it was the timing of you
Oh,
being
wow.
on TikTok, you seeing me going live, and me like, I guess I'll go live. I'm already, all dressed. I still have my makeup on, and I got kicked out of my meeting. So,
Oh,
so
wow.
it tells me, do you follow me?
I do. Actually, you've given me several readings. Every time I go into your live, I'm on here like immediately talking to you.
Your spirits are on it, aren't they?
It's actually crazy. I have a lot of spirits, and I
So
wasn't
you're
expecting
lucky.
him to come through.
Go buy a lottery ticket. Don't get hooked on it. Just buy one.
It's funny, I've been thinking about that because I've been seeing the number 82 everywhere, and I have no idea what it means, but I've seen it my whole life, but I've been seeing it extra lately. I'm like, I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket.
Okay, so if you buy a lottery ticket, can I have a finder's fee?
If I win, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me, Hannah. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. All right, Miss Hannah. Thank y'all for the heart. Miss Hannah kicked us off. I appreciate her tonight. All right. Oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Can y'all hear that? Probably not. My neighbor has an obnoxious car. Ooh, somebody wants a card. Let's do that real quick. Can y'all hear that obnoxious car? Lord have mercy.
Fix it.
All right, we are going to do a card for why not, and then we are going to get back to spirits. All right, Miss. I was about to say Miss Why Not. I don't know if that's a man or a woman. Let's do Why Not. All right. Ooh, all right. Here we go. This is quite the card. Mystic Healer. So what does that mean? Thank you for the heart. Oh, and some arrows. Okay. Mystic Heart is really, or Mystic Healer is really about healing energy flowing through you. Now, healing energy can be in many different ways. If you go to my website, you'll see I offer something called Deep Trance Healing. But there's so many different ways to offer healing. So I want to tap into why not? How does that person offer healing on this earth? And what I'm seeing is they create this energetic vibration around them that transmutes energy. So why not? You would know people to come to you and just kind of give you their life story. You don't really know them, and they are pouring out their life story to you. It's because you tend to take people's pain and you transmute it and send love back. That in its own way is a form of healing. Also, you would have friends that are always coming to you for advice. So make sure you're leaning into that. I was just talking to someone that that's in my mentorship program, and we were talking about their superpower. Everyone has some kind of superpower that they are innately come to this earth with. And that would be yours. Why not? You are a healer. That is what you are here for. You are a healer. If you ever are drawn to take a Reiki class or some kind of healing class, please do so. You would excel at it. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all for sharing my live. I so appreciate y'all sharing and liking my live. And for the hearts. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So this next person stepping up is a young man. This young man is showing me, he's showing me a ring, but he hasn't quite given it to someone. So this would have been a young man who had been discussing getting engaged or had bought the ring and not given it to a person. I don't feel a ring. I don't feel he actually purchased the ring, but he was in a relationship with someone who he had been discussing buying a ring for or getting engaged to. He is showing me dying suddenly, and it was a car accident. I should say a motor vehicular accident in case. So that will cover trucks also. But he is showing me being in a vehicle accident. He is showing me he was cremated. He is also showing me someone has a tattoo in his honor. At least one person has a tattoo in their honor. He's actually showing me two arms, but so a representation for two people, but at least one person has a tattoo. He was in his 20s. I'm seeing 27 or 28, but he was in his 20s. Okay. So let me recap this gentleman and we'll see if we can see who he belongs to. I want to thank you all so much for sharing and liking my live. I appreciate you. I see you are such great supporters. I appreciate it. Marilyn, LSU Mom, just so many people on here supporting me. I really appreciate it all. All right. Let's see. This gentleman is showing me he was in his, I want to say later 20s, 27, 28. He had discussed getting engaged. He was dating someone. He doesn't show me having actually bought the ring, but they were certainly talking about a future together. They were talking about getting engaged. And he did have plans to buy the ring. It just hadn't happened yet. He is showing me dying suddenly in a car accident. I'm seeing multiple cars involved and when I said vehicle accident. He is showing me that thank y'all, that he was cremated. There are a couple of people that have tattoos in his honor. I'm hearing a G name around him, like Gabe. Gabriel. I'm hearing a G name around him. Can you hand me a tissue, please? I don't really knows. Does this belong to anyone on here? Does this gentleman, anyone going to claim him? Oh, wow. I don't. All right. Let's see if we can get him claimed. It could definitely be a motorcycle accident. Definitely could be, but there wasn't just him involved. If he died in a motorcycle accident, I'm saying there was multiple vehicles involved. So if he died in a motorcycle accident, he was, thank you, Hog Horses. Oh my goodness, thank you. Christy is the best. Definitely recommend a soul plan reading. That's so sweet of you. All right, so who do we have here? Jen. Does this sound like your person? Miss Jen? Does this sound like your person? See if we can get Jen to reply here. My friend Georgie was hit by a truck on his motorcycle. Okay, very good. And that would be that G name, and I'm assuming everything else applied. Let's see if Jen can go live. Oh, no, Miss Jen. She doesn't have, wait a minute. The viewer does not have guest access. Okay. Miss Jen, I'm assuming everything else fits, or you wouldn't be claiming him. So let's roll into a, Jen, instantly, this guy was, first of all, he was a talker. He is, the second I said, okay, let's roll into a message from this guy. It sounds like he belongs to Jen. She just confirmed everything. The G name, the being in a vehicle accident, all of that. He is showing me that this gentleman had a ton of friends. He was very popular. He was well liked. He always spoke the truth. And though he had that gift, that beautiful gift I love of being able to speak the truth, but with a love vibration. Sometimes I feel like if I tell the truth, I have to really sugarcoat it because people can take offense to it. Everyone always knew that he really came from a love vibration part. Thank you, Jen, for confirming that. Thank you. Thank you. Jen, he is telling me that there are some people in your life right now that you need to put up boundaries with. He's saying that you are very emotionally intelligent and you have this beautiful, huge heart. Now, those are all great things. Having a big, huge heart and being emotionally intelligent are wonderful, wonderful qualities. When you mix those two together, though, if you are not careful, emotionally intelligent means that you understand why people are behaving the way they are behaving. You mix that with this beautiful heart that you have, and sometimes it can be hard for you to put up boundaries. And you keep excusing people's behavior because you're loving and you're forgiving and you understand where they're coming from and you understand they are hurting. But your friend here, Georgie, is saying it doesn't matter why they're hurting if they continue to treat you badly. So make sure, Miss Jen, that you are evaluating. Oh, yes. Thank you for confirming that. She just confirmed that was very much true. Just so you know, Miss Jen, I do love all those qualities. I love big, huge heart chakras. I love people that are emotionally intelligent and that are as forgiving as you, but I do understand that that in itself, it can be hard to put up boundaries. And he is saying that you need to do that. He's also saying, Jen, I'm hearing go back to school. There is something you want to accomplish that require you to go back and get more training. And he is saying to trim your life down. So we only have so much energy in our life, and whether you're giving that away physically or energetically, it keeps us from doing some of the things that you want to do. So Miss Jen, you need to put up some boundaries and kind of trim down some of the people that are sucking some of your energy and redirect that energy to some of the you need to renew your teaching certification. And so you can redirect that energy towards your goals. Also, I'm feeling that you specializing in that. So I don't know if you've been thinking about getting a certification related to your teaching that is specialized, but I'm very much feeling that you need to do that. All right. Thank you, Miss Jen. You did a good job with this, and I want to thank Georgie. He did a great job with his information. He was very specific with the name and how he passed and just some of the other details. He did a really good job. I just want to thank the spirit. He did a great job with his identification. All right, let's see who we have next. I have a lady stepping up now. All right, so I was hearing a song and I wasn't quite sure what the song was about. I'm feeling a mom energy. What is that song, Peggy Sue? Do you remember that song? It was like an old one. I'm hearing this song, Peggy Sue, in my head. Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. I can't sing, so I'll spare everyone. But anyway, the song is Peggy Sue. Okay. Now, when I was hearing this song about Peggy Sue, I was asking this lady, is this about the band? Is this about the song? She did love music. And this lady is showing me just kind of bebopping around. So now I will, even though I cannot sing, I cannot hold a tune in a bucket. I will, when I'm home, even with family, I will, have the music going, bebopping around. This lady is showing me that she loved music. But you know what? I'm also keep hearing this Peggy, Peggy, Peggy. So there would have been some. I was so excited to have thank you. The Gomes family. She has a private reading with me next Monday. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. So I'm hearing this Peggy Sue is more related to a name. She is showing me, my mom, Peggy. All right, Miss Marla, I'm going to see if you can go live. So this is one of those things I haven't given a lot of information yet, but I'm going to ask Marla to go live because I have a mom energy who is a Peggy who loved music. And, Marla said her mom is Peggy. So let's see what we got going on here.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. And you?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Okay, so first, right off, before I got to any more information from your mom or from this mom energy, she instantly said, now she put her hand on her hip and she's like, now, honey, don't lie. So are you not really doing well? Are you just saying that cursory?
Yeah.
Your mom is calling you out right away. Which spirits always present with the personality that would have had on Earth. So your mom would have been one of those that would instantly have called you on your crap.
Yes.
In a good way.
Yes.
She is saying that she left too soon and you really weren't ready to lose your mom, though most people aren't ready to lose their mom. She's showing me rekindling your relationship. So I feel like y'all are already very close. But before she passed, y'all had gotten especially close. And you just felt like y'all had so much more you wanted to do together.
Yeah, she was very young.
And she was
52.
beautiful. She was beautiful.
Thank you.
So a lot of times your mom is showing me, a lot of times when spirits give me messages, they will use memories out of my head. So one of my kids looks a lot like me, except she's stunning. And so I say that she's me on steroids because she looks like me, but she's just like a much more stunning version of me. And so your mom says that about you. She said, I told your mom that she was beautiful. And she said, oh, but she's me on steroids. So and that's just my reference for that. Your mom said, yes, you do look like her, but she considers you a much more gorgeous version.
Yeah, she always did.
Oh, I love that. She's also saying that what else she loves about you is, Marla, you've done a really good job of working on yourself. And I know that your mom was a strong person. I'm feeling into her. I'm sure you would say that your mom was a strong woman, but you have done a great job of just working on yourself and standing in your truth. It's like you've made a conscious effort to not stifle your voice, to
Yes.
speak your truth.
Yes. That is true.
Your mom loves that. She is so proud of you.
Thank you.
She is saying that that is never easy, and she shows me that you'll be in a conversation and you will kind of stifle yourself and turn to walk away, and you'll catch yourself and you're like, no, I have more to say. And you'll almost turn around and then
Yes.
finish voicing your truth.
Yes. Yes. So true.
Now, when spirits talk about things that I wouldn't know, it's a sign that they're around you. And
Yes.
your mom is showing me that you actually have a lot of people over in spirit. You're one of these people that if you showed up for a one-on-one appointment, I'd be like, okay, my
Yes.
office is full now.
Yes. There's a lot. I've lost everyone, a lot of family, a lot.
Yes, yes, yes. And she's saying that she's so sorry that you were kind of left behind, though you're not alone on this earth. Sometimes you feel like that.
Yes, I do.
You're very young to have to lead the family, is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
It was like if I was left, to leave, if I left this planet, and then, the torch would be then fall to my children, and they're very young to carry such a
Yes.
torch. And now, what is this real estate thing? Are you involved in real estate? Do you sell real estate? What is she?
No, my son does. My son just got into flipping houses,
Okay, very good.
and
He
he
is
just
also,
bought his first house.
she's very proud of him for doing that. He is going to do well. Tell him to keep going. She is showing me that he's going to get frustrated. He is going to not make the profits in the beginning that he wants to,
Yes.
but there is a
Yes.
learning curve to it.
Yes.
And she doesn't want him to get frustrated. He is going to do well.
Yes.
I'm hearing these first 3 years are going to be very hard for him.
Okay.
It's not that he's not going to make money these
Okay.
first 3 years. He's just not going to make the money that he wanted.
Okay.
But then from I'm seeing from 3 to 5 years is going to be a huge jump for him. It's like it's going to click, and he will have learned all the skills he needed to. He will make money before then, so don't think he's not going to.
Yeah, he just purchased his first home to flip.
She's very proud of him for doing that. Tell her that she gets to him through the dragonflies. I thought she was going to say music or something, but she said dragonflies. So just let him know when he sees the dragonflies, it is his grandmother giving him
He
encouragement.
talks about her, saying that he feels her all the time.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that he can feel her and that he is open to that. So many men, especially young men, are not open to the spirit world. So I'm so glad he's open to that. So tell him,
Yes.
look for the dragonflies. That's going to be his grandma.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Marla. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
You have a
Thank you. She was about to say, have a blessed evening. Thank you. Thank you. You also. I love that. I love that. Grandmother did a very good job. The spirits are on fire tonight. I just got them a little kudos. Spirits are stepping forward with some great information. I'm sorry, I was a little bit distracted by this next person stepping up. It's a young man, and he took his own life. So just so you know, when y'all see me looking down, I'm just making notes, because when I roll through these readings, I like to look back down and remind myself of what I've said. A young man took his own life, and there was a gun involved in the taking of his own life. He is showing me that he had dark hair, a little bit on the thin side. Sorry, my phone was going off. I handed it to my handing it to my moderator. Okay, we have a young man here, took his own life. There was a gun involved. He was dark hair. He was on the thin side. He is also showing me that he had recently been involved in a breakup, like a relationship breakup. He left a child behind, but I do not feel like he was ever married. He's also showing me that I'm feeling there is still people in a lot of shock.
She says she thinks that's right.
Oh, really?
She said recently around the holidays.
Wow. All right. So let's see if someone is claiming him. Let's see. Nope, she can't go live. Okay, there's someone on here named Marcy who is claiming him.
3 kids, divorce, Mark, his brother-in-law.
3 kids in divorce, Marcus's brother-in-law. All right. And he was dark-haired and along the thin side, left children behind. Relationship breakup. Looks like she's covering all the bases. You know, I'm seeing that if he had been able to make it through these next couple of days, who had been okay, he felt like such a failure. He had tried so hard. Yes, handsome. Yes, girlfriend cheated. He wanted to marry her. Very good. Very good. Not very good that it happened. Very good that it fits everything that I have said. You know, he is showing me that just so not worth it. He is like he's being funny. I don't know how well you knew him, Marcy. He is showing me that he was a funny guy because he is showing me being on his, people are up on their soapbox to deliver a message. He is just like doing this, like so not worth it, so not worth it. He lost someone he loved and he just couldn't see his way past that. He's like, what was I thinking giving my life up for another person? He's just like anyone out there. So he's very much wanting this message to be delivered to anyone out there. So anyone listening, I have a feeling there is someone who is listening, who is going through a breakup, who cannot see their way through it because he is being very adamant about it. And he is saying, please, 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 if you are going through a relationship breakup, no one is worth it. To love yourself. Love yourself first and foremost, and love your kids. He's very much showing me that, and it's something I preach a lot about. He was devastated over this girl cheating. He was absolutely devastated. And the situation that someone who is watching that is going through this is the same thing. He's showing me that, except it feels like it's a female and a male has cheated on them and they just cannot see their way past it. Also, he is very much saying, so that I don't know if the same person is thinking the same thing. If someone cheats, do not give them another chance. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Now, I'm not saying that I believe that. I'm not saying that that is my belief system. I'm saying that this is, I'm so sorry, Morgan. Someone on here says her mom is going through this. Her and my dad are divorcing after 40 years. Ugh, I am so sorry. Someone here is saying not true. Now, whether we agree with what the spirit is saying, I don't know. I feel like that we've triggered some people on here when I said once a cheater, always a cheater. I will tell you that it has been my experience with mentoring people that the best indicator of future behavior is past behavior. Can people change? Of course they can. Of course they can. But this gentleman is clearly delivering a message to someone who needs to hear it. He wants people to stand up and love themselves first. He is showing me, I could feel that Shannon was treated there. She said, I cheated and will never do it again. You know, it does happen. it does happen that people cheat and don't do it again, but that is not frequent. This young man. Yeah, he laughed when I said young man, and he showed me some gray hairs. So I still call him a young man, but she's saying it would be Curtis's style to try to help others, a truly big heart. You can tell that had a huge heart. When I called him young man, he laughed at me and showed me some gray hairs. So that is an indication that maybe he was starting to go gray a little bit. He's also saying that looking back over his life, though, yes, I understand that he was in a relationship with someone who cheated that kind of pushed him over the edge. His soulmate, his true love was a relationship before that, and he screwed it up. The relationship he had with his soulmate and the person he truly loved, he had kind of screwed up. And so then he thought he was getting a second chance with the second person, and they kind of screwed it up. But he wants his wife. I felt like that. He truly loved her. She was his soulmate. I don't know how well you know her, Marcy, but he is wanting to issue an apology to her, that if he'd do it all over again, he would work his ass off to make that relationship work. He also wants his boys to know how incredibly proud of the young men that they're turning into and how well his wife is raising them. Also, he is showing me there is a grown man who looks on his energetic level, same vibrational level, so it would be his same age group. I just see them shaking their head and talking to them and being so mind blown that this guy did this. Like, he had a lot of people that looked up to him, and so there are several men out there that are just mind blown. Like, if he can't make it, who can? If he can't make it, who can? And he hears them. Okay, Marcy, I don't know if you know his ex-wife, but he sends her the cardinals. So tell her to be looking for the cardinals, that those are him. All right. Thank you for taking him. I appreciate it. And he's so sweet, and such a gentleman, because after I was closing it down, telling you thank you, I was thanking him for his great information and how well he came through. He did this to me and, kind of bowed his head and said, thank you for taking me tonight. Of course. It's Coco said, excited to hear you. You did a reading for my friend and she is still in shock. I hope it's good shock. Now, I do want to show someone on here. Someone said something about me doing a soul plan for them and how great it was. I just want to show everyone what a soul plan looks like. This is what let me cover up the name. This is what a soul plan looks like. It talks about your innate challenges and talents that you come to this earth with. Now, why is that important, right? Okay, so let's talk about one of my challenges. I'm going to use myself for an example. One of my challenges, my worldly challenge, is a number called an 8-8. It means I'm very sensitive. It means that I am overly analytical. I have a hard time letting go of the past and some other things. Those are my innate challenges. So when I recognize those things occurring in my life and in my head, what talents do I have to lean into? One of my worldly talents is an 11-2. An 11-2 is one of intelligence, but it's one of emotional intelligence where I can bounce back. I have a lot of analytical ability, so I can analyze myself out. I can instantly recognize when I'm falling into those bad mental patterns, and then I can bring myself out of them by analyzing and saying, Christy, is this rational thinking? That happened a long time ago, forgiveness, all of that. Also, when I look back over my life, and I have had other people say, Chris, it's like you've lived a ton of lifetimes in this one. And it's because I have one of the numbers in the soul plan system called an 18-9. It's a sign of an old soul. Anytime there's two numbers that are a sign of an old soul. If I see those, if you're an old soul, you're going to feel like you have lived a lot of lifetimes in this one because you're closing down lessons from other lifetimes that you didn't quite learn. So you're here to learn those. So it's just, they're a nice way of looking at, okay, when it makes sure some of your challenges make sense, for one thing, and everyone is different, and then allows you to lean into what your positivity is. Also, that 8-8, I have 3 of them in my chart, which calls it a dominant vibration. It's very clairvoyant. It's a mediumship number. It's what makes me such a great medium. So I do appreciate that number, even though it being in the challenge area sometimes can be challenging. All right, let's move on to this next one. Were you going to say something? Oh, it's time for psychic. Apparently it's time for psychic. All right, let's do this. Y'all put your psychic questions in the chats if y'all want to help me. So how are you to read psychic energy? You read psychic energy like you do any energy. If it's clairvoyantly, you're just going to know. If it's, you're going to see. If it's claircognizant, you're just going to know. If it's clairaudient, you're going to hear. If it's clairsentient, you're going to feel the answer. Go with your first reaction. Don't think it too much. Okay, this person has put this question here a lot, so let's, someone says on here that they just referenced their soul plan that they received from me in 2021. I appreciate that. Yes, yes. Okay, Jaylene wants to know, are we making a good decision purchasing the house? Okay, what are y'all feeling about that? Jaylene wants to know, are they making a good decision purchasing their house? What are y'all feeling? We're getting a yes. Yes, yes. Lots of yeses. I'm also feeling a yes on that. You are making a good decision. I know it's very hard when you're purchasing a house. It's hard to decide what to do because it's a huge purchase. Okay. This is a tough one for y'all, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of emotions involved. Jay Horn wants to know, did my ex-husband intentionally or accidentally take his own life? Now, why I say that's a tough one, because when someone has passed like that, either intentionally or accidentally, there's going to be a lot of emotions involved, and you want to make sure you're feeling through all those emotions to get the right answer. Intentionally or accidentally. Morgan is saying an accident. Deba is saying accident. Someone else is saying intentionally. I'm feeling it was an accident also. The majority of the people said accident. I'm also feeling accidentally. All right, let's go back up here. Jenna wants to know, will Logan and I get into a committed relationship this year? So this year is 2024. Are Jenna and Logan going to get into a committed relationship in 2024? What are y'all feeling for Miss Jenna?
I said no. So.
Oh, what did you say? Oh, wow. Okay, so a lot of people are saying no.
And it was overwhelming.
And I'll overwhelmingly no, but I'm feeling yes. So there you go. My moderator said no. A lot of people are saying no, but I'm feeling yes. I'm feeling it's going to be quite some time. I'm feeling it's going to be toward the end of the year, but I am feeling it's going to be in 2024.
Still saying no.
Now my moderator is arguing. He is still saying no. So Jenna, you're going to have to let us know. But email me privately, because I don't need my moderator to know if he was right and I was wrong.
That's right.
Because I'd never let that down. Okay, Madison wants to know, does Cameron love me? Okay, so this is going to be, we're going to ask 2 questions. Does Cameron love her? And is he going to be in a committed relationship with her? Because I'm feeling that she wouldn't be asking that. She wouldn't be asking if Cameron loved her if she also didn't want to know if they were going to be in a relationship. So we have 2 questions. First, does Cameron love her? And then second, is he going to be in a committed relationship with her? So what y'all got going on that? Ooh, forever healing. Yes, he does. No to commitment. Yes to love, no to commitment. Yes, in his own way, he's not ready. Yes, but not in a romantic way. So I'm feeling that, and yes, no. Y'all, I'm telling y'all did a really good job, because a lot of people would just feel into the yes. And that's the reason I asked this question, because I wanted to have y'all kind of play with your psychic ability some, to keep feeling through that energy. Y'all did an excellent job. He definitely loves her, but for whatever reason, he doesn't want to commit. So that can be very confusing for people, especially if you are good at reading energy, and you can feel that someone loves you, but then they don't want to be in a committed relationship. It can be very confusing to you. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, Misty wants to know, will I start this next job I was offered? That's a weird question. Will I start this next job I was offered? Okay.
She was offered a job that she hasn't started yet.
I get that, but why would she? I mean, if she wants to start it and she was offered it, why wouldn't she start it? Kind of an odd question, but we're going to answer it. Misty wants to know, will I start this next job I was offered? Oh, okay, good.
Oh, very nice.
Oh,
Much
she's
more clear.
yes, she was weighing between two jobs. Okay, very good. That makes sense. I'm feeling you're going to start it. I don't see a lot of people answering the question, but I do feel like you're going to start it. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Donna Whitehead wants to know, did I break my arm? Did Miss Donna break her arm?
When?
Inquiry minds want to know, did Miss Donna break her arm? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm wearing a tank top, but I have to take my jacket off because I'm getting very hot. Thankfully, y'all can't see much because I'm showing some cleavage. Pull the sucker up. Okay. Kristen is saying no. LSU mom. Lots of yeses, a couple of nos. Oh, a lot of yeses. Do you think she broke her arm? What are you feeling?
Right now.
My moderator is saying right now, no. So I don't know why he's saying right now, no. I'm also feeling no. Someone said a slight fracture. I'm feeling like, yes, I'm feeling like, is it broken? No, but I'm feeling like a little line through the bone, but not an actual break. I don't know what that is. But anyway, go to the doctor if there's a question. Please do not rely on us on this psychic medium forum to diagnose you. Please go to the doctor. Okay, Brianna wants to know, am I going to end up marrying Will? Is Brianna going to marry Will? What y'all think about that? Is Brianna going to marry Will? Oh, Mrs. Kindheart said yes, yes, yes. Someone said no. I'm also feeling yes. A couple of yeses on the forum, a couple of no's. I'm also feeling yes. Someone said no, he doesn't seem kind. Okay, so we want to be careful when we're diagnosing personalities, because she just asked if she was going to marry him. Now, that's a different question. Should Brianna marry Will? That's a different question. Do y'all want to answer that one? Should Brianna marry Will? That's a completely different energy than is she going to. Should Brianna marry Will? And now we're all getting no's. Someone said yes. Everyone else is saying no. I'm also getting no. I'm getting that she should not marry him, but she is going to marry him. So I do appreciate someone saying that, though, because it allowed us then to tap into the energy further. And that's something with psychic. I teach that in classes. Like, how do you, because instantly you're like, oh my goodness, please don't marry him. No. But we can't say what we feel like she should do, we have to answer her question, which is she going to? She's going to. Do we feel like she should? No, we don't. So that's, it's a lot of fun when you're playing with energy. That's the reason I love these so we can talk through, what are you feeling? Everyone can be their own psychic. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is interesting. This is one where you're really going to tap into kind of a spirit. A spirit is kind of going to give you this information. So let's see how this goes. Jen wants to know, did my grandpa know his son wasn't his? So Jen wants to know, did her grandfather know his son wasn't his? What are y'all feeling on that? So grandpa's clearly passed. Did he know his son was not his? A couple of no's. Lots of yeses. I'm feeling yes. I'm feeling that he knew it, but he didn't care. He still loved that boy. It's actually beautiful. Okay, LSU mom wants to know. LSU mom, should I change schools or retire? Should LSU mom change schools or retire? What are you feeling on that? So then you just you say it slowly to yourself. Okay, you say, okay, should she change schools? What does that feel like? What does retire feel like? And just see how it hits your body and how you get your answers. Okay, change schools or retire for LSU mom.
Mostly retire. I said change schools.
Okay, most people are saying retire. My moderator is saying change schools. I am also feeling change schools. And just so you know, I am not influenced by my moderator. Y'all hear us disagree every once in a while. I'm definitely feeling like change schools. I'm feeling, okay, so let's take this further.
Being argumentative.
If y'all feel like change schools, if you were someone who's with me thought change schools, how long do you feel like she's going to be at the next school before she retires? So now you can just have a number drop in. Or if you're not having anything drop in, then you feel into it. Okay, so I'm not having any numbers drop in. Let's see. I did have something drop in, but I'm going to show you what you do. Is she going to be there? You say 10 years. How does that feel? 5 years. How does that feel? 3 years. So you start asking yourself the numbers to see which one hits. So if LSU mom changes schools, how long before she's at that school before she retires? How long before retirement? Ooh. Someone said 7. I love this. Kristen said 7, but I don't know if that's month or years. Absolutely, and that takes practice. A couple of people are saying 2 years, 2 years, 3 years, 5. Where do you feel, moderator? He's out. He's not out to hear his opinion. I feel 5 years. I feel LSU mom that you should change jobs and you are going to be at about 5 years. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, someone said you were being argumentative.
Yeah.
You know what? That is his personality, just so y'all know sometimes. And he's like, I'm just playing devil's advocate. No, you're not. You're just just trying to annoy me. That's what you're trying to do. All right. I'm sure no one has a husband like that, right? Let's see what we have here. I love that. See, Kristen's probably married to someone like you also.
See, Ruth is very kind. He's just being sassy.
He's just being sassy. Same thing. Ruth is just using better words than me. All right. Let's see. Pam, should I buy my mom's house? Pam wants to know, should she buy her mom's house? Should Pam buy her mom's house? What are y'all feeling? Should Pam buy her mom's house? What are you feeling on that? Oh, overwhelming. Yes. I'm also feeling yes. And I was feeling the same thing, like all these people, yes, 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 yes. You can tell when the energy is strong because instantly people start answering. They're not afraid to step. They're like, oh, I'm definitely feeling yes. I felt the same way. It was like an overwhelming yes to it. Oh, someone says it has foundation issues. Okay, so For the person who we said that she should buy the house, someone mentioned it has foundation issues. Is anyone else feeling foundation issues? I'm not feeling foundation issues, but I am feeling some kind of basement issue or like below grade issue. Other people are saying no on the foundation. But there is something there. Like, I think it's actual foundation. I don't think it's foundation, but I don't think her feelings were unwarranted. I do think there's something to those feelings. There's going to be some work, some structural work that needs to be done. Oh, interesting here. Let's answer Miss Denise's question because this is juicy. Are y'all ready? Denise wants to know, did my dad really have 3 girls? What are y'all feeling? Denise wants to know, did my dad really have 3 girls? Deba says yes. Sarah Miller says no. Other people are saying yes. It's Red saying 2. Now, we'll tell you that I got to know, but what is funny is there's certain times where my moderator, though I tease him, I can tell when he is spot on. Like his energy will tell me more about his answer than his answer. And he's instantly said, nope. And just the way he said it, I knew that he was right. So I would absolutely say, no, he did not really have 3 girls. He did not. Oh, but my moderator said they were all his. So they were all his. I believe one of them was not his. I agree, Denise. I believe one of them was not his, but they were all his in his mind. There you go. All right, let's see what else. Tracy wants to know, am I gonna make it in theater career? Tracy wants to know, am I going to make it in a theater career? What are y'all feeling on that? Is Tracy gonna make it in the theater? That's a tough one. What y'all got? Is Tracy gonna make it? What you got, moderator? Oh, that's interesting, his response. What are y'all getting? Is Tracy going to make it? A couple of people are saying yes. Lots are saying no. Yes, only if you work harder. Now, what I want to say is interesting about what my moderator said. He said, I don't think in the current path that she's on. So now I was instantly getting no. But let's take that a little bit further. For those of us who do not think she's going to make it in a theater career, is that energy changeable? Can she change that energy? Some people are saying not in the way she thinks. Deba says it's going to be hard. Yes, only if you work harder. Now I've asked, is that energy changeable? They're saying yes. If she continues down this path, no. Okay, so now what does she need to do to change that energy? So now I asked y'all, what does she, a costume designer. That's interesting. Okay. For those people who said the energy can be changed, what does she need to do to change the energy? What does she need to do? What needs to be changed? Okay, feeling a move of some sort, the friend, focus, believe in herself, tell the universe. All very valid points. Okay, so you're not going to like what I'm about to say. Someone says she needs to network more. Someone is saying location. Okay. So what I'm feeling is I saw her in a classroom. I think you need to take some acting classes and not give up. Like I'm seeing that. So when I follow the energy of taking classes and then I follow a little bit more, I see successes here. So I'm seeing success here and you stop here. So I'm seeing that you taking classes. A lot of people are saying location. So if you get the opportunity to move. Very good. Tracy is talking about I'm working on getting vocal and acting classes. Definitely do that. And then I'm seeing that you get very frustrated and you are about to make it and you're right here and you're like, you can't take it anymore. So at the point that you get very frustrated and you're about to give up, start looking for the synchronicities from the universe. That's what I do whenever I am like something isn't working the way I should. And so then I step back into the universe. It's like, okay, show me, am I on the right path or not? I definitely do get frustrated. It's a tough line, Tracy. But I think if you continue down that path that we were just talking about, you take your acting and vocal classes. A lot of people were talking about location. I do think you're going to have to move, so be looking for that opportunity. And then right when you're getting very frustrated and you think, I got to quit, don't, keep going. Okay, Deba is agreeing with me. Okay, let's see. Alexandra wants to know, have I found the one? And am I currently dating them? Okay, Alexandra wants to know, have I found the one? And am I currently dating them? What do y'all feel? No. Thank you, Sarah, for making sure like you were the first one up. Sometimes people don't start applying or replying until okay, so we're getting no, strong no, no. Someone else is saying yes, but you aren't dating them. No, no. Okay, so now let's lean into that. The person she's dating clearly is not the one. Everyone has agreed upon that. Now, someone here is saying that she has met them, but she's not dating them. What do y'all think about that? Has she met the person that is the one? Has she met them? Does she already know them? What are y'all feeling? Oh, LSU Mom was saying the same thing, that she has met them, but she's not dating them. Yes, yes. Overwhelming yeses that she does know them, but she is not dating them. So I love that when y'all follow that energy line. That's what you do. You just kind of follow that energy line. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. A couple of things. I know that my moderator has been good about putting things in the chat, but I do want to let y'all know I have a free, everyone likes free, right? On March 27th, there is a free Zoom event where I'm going to be talking about advanced mediumship or intermediate to advanced, some of the things that you would learn. To take my advanced class, you do have to have either taken the intro class or have some kind of reading experience. It's not fair to the other people if you roll in there and you've never read before and they have some experience, because we're going to be talking about more advanced terms like double linking, holding the connection better, getting multiple spirits, force connections, that type of thing. And stuff like this. Now I'm having y'all do a little bit more advanced of following the energy. That's more of an advanced psychic. When you're following the energy, you're not answering yes, no, you're following that energy. Also, what else do I have going on? Oh yeah, the advanced classes starts April 3rd. All right, let's see what else we have here. All right, Jen, did Jesse and my mom have something to do with me and my husband getting together? What are y'all feeling about that? Did Jesse and my mom have something to do with me and my husband getting together? And that's from Jen. We're having, yes, they did. Yes, yes, yes. What are you feeling, moderator? All right. We have overwhelming yeses in the comments. My moderator said no, and I was also feeling no. So that's odd that there was an overwhelming yes in the comments, but my moderator was feeling no. Okay, so who were you feeling that had to do with that, moderator?
I'm sorry, I'm working.
He's out. He doesn't want to commit. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm working. I felt like it was your guide, Jen. I felt like it was a guide. It was a male guide. Okay, Ashley, will I have biological children? Will Ashley have biological children? What are y'all feeling? Kristen is saying yes, no, no, a couple of yeses. What are you feeling, moderator?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Will Ashley have biological children? He's not answering.
I said no.
Oh, he said no. I'm feeling yes.
Yes.
So there's, in the comments, it's about 50-50. My moderator is saying no. I'm feeling yes. I feel like you will have IVF. I mean, IVF. See, I was reading IVF. I feel like you will have biological children. I think it's going to be a struggle for you. I think it's going to take some time, but I think you will have biological children. I see you just holding a baby and you're in the hospital. You just had that baby. Clearly, you just gave birth. So I feel like you will. All right. I want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. Please know I will not direct message you. You can only make an appointment with me on my website. I will never direct message anyone. I do not have time for that mess. I have a free event coming up March 27th if you want to come check out what advanced mediumship looks like. If you want to join advanced mediumship, that's April 3rd. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I will be live again tomorrow morning, right? Probably just a few minutes after 10 a.m. All right. Thank you.